Hello guys, welcome to the next episode of Think About Things. Today I would like to share with you my view on a future possible development of all languages. But before that we need to go back in time. The origin of language. One of the still unsolved questions of today's society. Basically there are two main conceptions. The first one thinks that the language slowly developed from non-linguistic systems among our primate ancestors. On the other hand, the second one thinks that the language is such a unique trait for us that it cannot be found among non-humans and that it must have evolved suddenly during the course of human evolution. So for us there is no importance whether this one or that one is right or wrong. What is important for us is that both of these conceptions believe that there is some starting point from which they believe other languages started to sprout, yeah? And from these languages others started to sprout. And so on and so on. We could call this evolution of languages. Of course, during this evolution, there were some languages which weren't adaptable enough and became extinct or deaf. And I think this percentage of deaf languages will become more and more. Because, here comes the main point of this video, I think that languages are starting to merge again into one. I don't have any concrete evidence, but as I see in my everyday life how easily English words are taking roots in our everyday conversation, I'm starting to believe that. And because of that, I started to think, how will this language actually look? How it will sound? And I get three different ideas how the language could actually look. So now about these three different possibilities. I will start with the one which is easy to imagine, and that is the mix-up of the most spoken languages in the world, and it will be English, Spanish, Chinese, Hindu and others, yeah. But in my opinion this is less likely to happen than the other two. Then there is the second one and the third one, which are like more crazy. The second one is actually unexpectedly telepathy, and not the telepathy which we imagine in present day when you would send your dog and all of them would know it, but more like we would understand the body language of person so much that we actually wouldn't need the words, yeah? The words would be useless and you could recognize everything on that person just from his body language. Then there is the third possibility, which is for me the most saddening, and that we would communicate only via the technology. I don't know how to imagine it, but for example there would be some technology, you would have thought and you wouldn't say it, but that some machine would actually encode that thought, send it to the other one, to the other guy. That guy would decode that thought and would actually receive his, send his thought again, and would be like more fast than when you use mobile to tell it, yeah. In simplicity, to imagine it better, imagine the guy and the girl going across each other at the street. So they are not wearing any expressions because they forget how to express themselves through their muscles, and when they are almost next to each other, next to the guy will actually appear the panel on which would be winking emoji, yeah? The girl wouldn't respond in any way, only that the panel would appear next to her too, and on that would be the blushing emoji. And from this would be created eternal love and the big family, and they would live happily ever after together with their kids and communicate only via emoji. And that is actually the three different possibilities. Yeah, the first one is mix up of most spoken languages. The second one is telepathy or body language reading, and the third one is actually communicate via technology, only via technology. And that's all. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you will share with me your view on this, your opinion on this theme, on this matter. Thank you.